20-13 last year, led her team to the NCAA. 251 career victories for Amanda Butler, the former head coach at the University of Florida. As we'll step to center circle and tip it off, and it'll be controlled by Alabama. And right away, Clemson going to open up a little zone pressure here.
Come out in a 2-3 zone. That time they trap the wing.
And they create a turnover. A little bit of an unforced turnover there. Starting five, as you can see there for Alabama. Lewis that we featured right there in the middle. And she'll be a key cog as Alabama now going to show some full court pressure, and not shocked at this. Clemson's had problems with turnovers early on in this season. There's the trap at midcourt, and it's a travel. So they force a turnover. As Robinson got caught up in the trap, almost the cardinal sin, picking up that dribble when you cross that midcourt stripe.
Little 2-2-1 press, and they bait you into picking the dribble up as soon as you get it across that half-court line. And the freshman made the critical mistake of doing it, and there's a turnover right back at them.
And a little quick action hands there by Clemson, and they'll finally bring it into the forecourt. Work it off, three-pointer on the way, no good there by Destiny Thomas, and rebound on the offside.
Nobody on the backside for a rebound there. We need those backside rebounds, very important.
Abrams to feed the long three off the top of the board, no, and Clemson able to clear the glass as Spray comes down with it, and Spray will feed it in the forecourt. Thomas will slow it down on the wing. Spray, a great outside shooter, left open. I thought she was going to fire that right there. Here's Bennett with it, the right high post. She'll take it to the paint, lose the handle on it.
Another turnover. That was a good job, though, of flashing to the high post and creating a passing lane by Tyler Bennett.
The turnovers were the undoing for Clemson in their loss last time on this floor against Navy.
Little 1-2-1-1 containment press.
Again, a long outside three. The second already of the night for Alabama. The rebound, Clemson. Meertens into the forecourt. Thomas trying to bring it outside. Finds Spray. Bounce pass. And there's a jumper by Robinson and hits.
Amari Robinson's playing well beyond her years. This is just her third collegiate game, and she's played very well in both the first two games she's played.
Yeah, went for 16-6 versus Furman and 10-8 against Navy. So a 2-0 Clemson lead.
My dad would say she comes from good stock, though. Her dad was a heck of a player at Notre Dame, I understand. Played for Digger Phelps.
Absolutely. Led them to a NCAA appearance in 89-90, as a matter of fact. So here's Robinson. Almost lost the handle on it there, Coach, but able to gather herself.
She does indeed.
So the inbounds off the baseline, and the ball knocked away, and then Clemson going to come away with another turnover.
There's that steel curtain defense we talked about.
And there's a travel by Spray.
3 turnovers already.
And Alabama already with 3 turnovers in Clemson. It should be, you're right, it should be their 3rd turnover of the game as well, and it is. Clemson will drop back in that zone pressure, and here's Lewis with it. I've really yet to see her involved offensively so far. Here's an outside jumper put up, no good. Offensive board inside, stick back, no. And battle for the rebound. That'll be a hell ball possession. So Clemson, alternate possession, will have control.
Right. That'll give Alabama an opportunity to get their press set up. Now they're going to deny the inbounds pass. And Clemson worked on that today in practice, bringing the big up just like you see right there.
Alabama going to kind of fade back as Clemson will bring it into the forecourt. They'll drift back in zone pressure.
See, the press is very effective because it's already 14 seconds on the shot clock. So,
but they find the hole, and there's Robinson's jumper off the baseline, wide open, no good. And here's Richardson with it for Alabama. Clemson able to get back defensively. Both teams, there's an inside pass as they go inside looking for Copeland. And that ball is going to be off of Alabama, out of bounds, and another turnover. And subs in for both teams. So Kobe Thornton will check in for Clemson as you see Robinson going out. There's Thornton.
Coach Butler has brought Kobe off the bench. Kobe's their preseason All-ACC player, and she's brought her off the bench, and she's been very, very effective and very consistent coming off the bench.
Thomas in the forecourt with it. Work it to the wing. Thornton outside. Thomas, they'll dump it low. That's a good place for Thornton to operate. Misses a short shot inside. Bennett can't come away with an offensive board. Here's Lewis.
Bennett stationed herself for that backside rebound, though, in great position.
Steal by Thomas. She goes to the floor, able to keep it alive. Gets it to Bennett. Right back into the hands of Thomas. A 2-0 Clemson lead here in this first quarter. Thornton looks inside the zone. Gives it to Thomas. Wing three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Bennett will tip it out. Mertens. Gives it to Thomas, and then right back out front it comes. Mertens drives a lane, runner, nope, travel. And another turnover for Clemson, as Hayes going to check into the ball game, and Bennett will go out. So there's the bigs that we featured in the open. And they are interchangeable parts inside for Amanda Butler.
And great size, great wingspan by those two bigs.
Thornton at the top of that zone causing problems, but here's Lewis. Lewis stopped outside Johnson's three, no good. Lewis battles for the rebound and comes up with it. Gets it to Davis. Right back over to Lewis. She'll fire the three. No good. Thornton claims the rebound and then lost it out of bounds. Brought it down, had it knocked away, and off of her and out of bounds it goes. So there's a good look at Kobe Thornton. Against Navy, you can see the numbers that she put up in a losing cause, but good, solid numbers, and those are not uncommon for Kobe Thornton. Lewis to inbound it off that left baseline. Looking, will feed it outside to Davis. Trying to get that low block and get something going in the paint. Jumper up, no good. Battle for the boards inside. Stick back, no good. Inside there by Gibson, who just checked in, but she'll earn herself a couple of free throws.
Gibson's a very skilled player. Played at Murfreesboro, Oakland High School.
You're going to see, get the rebound, and McNeil going to foul her there inside. The first foul of the ball game. Free throw is good. Good touch for the big. Good form right there.
She is a very skilled player. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Oakland High School.
First point of the contest for Alabama. Misses a second free throw, and Thornton comes away with a rebound. So Clemson a 2-1 lead almost midway through this first quarter of play. Thornton left high post jumper. Yes.
I was talking with Coaches Curry before the game about their loss at against Hampton. They never scored a field goal in the first quarter. Had 11 free throws, made 11 free throws, but did not score a field goal.
And they missed all their field goals here. Rebounded again by Thornton, and then Thornton has it knocked away from her out of bounds by Walker. And that will lead us to an official timeout. So Kobe Thornton able to get things going for Clemson. That left high post.
Know of about 4 or 5 husband-wife duos in NCAA women's basketball, and they're two of the best. Really, really quality people, great folks.
Early on, though, they got to find some offense right now. Alabama 0 of 9 from the field. Clemson up 3 and with the ball. Thornton outside the arc. Going to work it around. Good to see if they can post up Thornton inside. They can. She'll turn and fire from 8 and knock it down. Well, Thornton right now being a force for Clemson.
She's so quick off her feet. They throw that ball up there to her. She's got it and got that turnaround jumper before they know whether she's caught the ball or not.
Another long outside three for Alabama, and it's no good. And another ball is tipped out of bounds by Clemson. Though they can't control that defensive glass, but good look there by Thornton.
See how quick she is off her feet when she makes that turnaround.
And while we're away off the ball, going to get an offensive foul call that's going to go here. Well, they didn't call it. They just called it. Yes, they do call it on Gibson. Yep. Yeah, and you can see right there why.
Yeah, Shelby Gibson.
Yep. Clemson into the forecourt. And up 5. Thomas looking inside. Will drive it baseline. Hayes feeds it off. Thornton going to drive. Pull up from 14. Oh, yeah. Kobe Thornton off the bench for Clemson has been the offense.
She has responded really, really well coming off the bench.
6 of the 8 points for Clemson and a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Low block. They get it inside. Gibson puts it up once. No. Shot blocked inside. And here comes Clemson the other way, pushing it. But stole away from behind as Johnson comes away with it. And quickly the other way. Here comes Alabama. Shot put up. No. But drawing the foul inside will be Davis. And she'll go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. The foul inside against Meertens. That'll be her first. And the team's second. You see Thornton there trying to set up and take that charge, but unless you can take it square, they're always going to blow that whistle.
Right. I thought she might have been in the restricted area, but she was clearly outside the restricted area, just leaning on her. Leaning in on her.
There's Brittany Davis. Knocks down the first, make it an 8-2 Clemson lead with 3:25 to go here in the first. Second free throw no good, and the rebound will be chased down by Spray. Quickly into the forecourt. Clemson will push it. And why not look for Thornton? She'll draw a double team, and the ball knocked away from her. Here comes Bennett back into the ball game as Hayes is going to go out.
Once again, there's that 5-player inside getting a rest, subbing for each other. They need to put Kendall Spray on the same side as Kobe Thornton.
Spray.
Because if they double down on Kobe Thornton, that might give Spray the opportunity to shoot the basket.
Well, here's an opportunity for Spray to fire the 16-footer. Can't knock it down. Thornton inside is fouled from behind, having inside rebound position. So the foul inside will go against Benjamin.
Shoved her pretty good in the small of the back.
So Daisha Benjamin picks up her first.
I don't know how that official saw that from that angle, but
good ball fake and nice drive there by Robinson. Robinson now with 4. Thornton with 6, and it's a 10-2 Clemson lead.
Amari is 6 feet tall, big and strong enough to play inside, and agile and skilled enough to play outside.
Lewis feeds it in the right corner. Benjamin back out front to Johnson against this Clemson zone. Benjamin, the long 3 is no good, and that ball will just go out of bounds. I think it just grazed the side of the rim and dropped out of bounds. And 0 of 12 from the field is Alabama. 0 of 6 outside the 3-point arc.
Good pump fake, good shot fake, got the girl up on her toes, and then one good bounce and lay it in. I like it.
Here's Hannah Hank in the ball game as Thornton's going to get a blow. And Robinson will trigger the inbounds against this 2-2-1 zone pressure full court here by Alabama.
Hannah came in and got a little playing time against Navy, and she's looking for more.
Feed it to Bennett at midfield, at midcourt, excuse me, and the ball knocked out of bounds. That's going to be off of Clemson. A little bit of a lazy pass that was up high trying to get it to the big Bennett, but a nice play by Alabama.
Foul on Robinson. They called the foul on Robinson, trying to get the ball back.
Lewis work against this 2-3 zone pressure. Johnson feeds it offside. Abrams back to Lewis. There's active hands out front. Knock the ball away, but Lewis picks it up. 13 on the shot clock. Outside 3 on the way, no good. Battle for the offensive glass inside. Pulled down, shot up, no good. And rebounded one more time by Johnson. Lewis drives the paint, puts up the shot, fouled by Bennett. So Bennett's first, and the 4th team foul. You can see Bennett clearly getting her with the body.
I believe that's the 8th offensive rebound by Alabama. Now, they've had plenty of opportunities to get offensive rebounds because they haven't made many shots, but they've been Clemson's got to do a better job of putting a body on somebody.
All the points for Alabama have come from the free throw stripe. A 10-3 lead. Lewis makes it 10-4. And here comes Thomas back into the Clemson lineup. As McNeil will come out. And Thomas will come down and trigger the inbounds pass against this pressure from Alabama. Get it to Spray. Give it right back over to Thomas. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass right there. Exactly. Spray. Let's take a look. The offensive boards 8-2 in favor of Alabama. And here's Spray with it, directing the attack. Hank feeds it off to Thomas. Thomas picks up the dribble. Pressured. Finds Spray. 6 in the shot clock. Spray. Johnson on her. They close out on Spray. She tries to just fling it towards the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation. And it just wasn't very good offense there by Clemson. Poor movement.
Yeah, not a good possession at all, Don.
Back into the Clemson lineup was Michaela Hayes.
Now, Alabama's doing a good job running some time off the shot clock with their presses.
Show a little 1-2-2 zone pressure, but Lewis able to break it, and an easy layup inside for the first field goal of the night for Alabama. And it comes from Copeland. 10-6 with 1:10 to go, first quarter.
Yeah, that was too easy. Tyler Bennett's got to do a much better job contesting those shots.
Thomas to Spray. Spray on the sideline trying to throw it off. Lewis and is able to do so. Go back and look at the first field goal of the night from Alabama, coach.
See Tyler step way up above the restricted area there. We used to call it the dotted line, but there's no dotted line there anymore. Stepped way up too high and committed to the drive. Let them come to you. As big as you are, let them come to you.
Thomas with 7. Takes it to the wing, loses it, battle on the floor for it. Shot clock at 2, at 1. Will they get off a shot? No, they won't. So the second shot clock violation in a row for Clemson on the offensive end. Spray going to check out.
They're not handling the traps very well at all. Got to have better spacing. Got to have better floor balance. And they got to penetrate the gaps of that zone.
Double team along the baseline, and Thornton comes along and knocks the pass away intended for Robinson. Johnson will trigger the inbounds pass off the sideline, and Thornton will pressure that. Barber will control it out front. Hannah Barber, our first look at the sophomore from Homewood, Alabama. Feeds it off the left side. Johnson the bounce pass. Trying to work against the zone. Barber with 5. Feeds it over the right side. 3 is long, no good. Hit glass, but no rim. That's a shot clock violation. So with 10.1 seconds left in the quarter, here's Clemson up 4 and with the basketball.
It's early in the year, Don, and not quite the cohesiveness that we need in terms of team play.
Good pass to midcourt there. Meertens drives, dumps it underneath, and Clemson able to hit the basket as Hayes gets her first 2, and Clemson will lead it by 6 at the end of 1, 12-6.
Shania Meertens can really help this basketball team.
But a good pass, a nice job on Meertens, and then
just not shooting the basketball well, and 27% I think was their final field goal percentage against Hampton in the first game. So, but once again, they're within 6 points of this team, only making 1 field goal.
Alabama basketball to start this second quarter of play.
There's a 1-1-3 containment or matchup zone rather.
Lewis outside that zone.
And I cannot,
Abrams try to bounce pass it inside. That ball was kicked by Thornton.
I cannot blame Coach Butler at all for playing zone.
Alabama was 0 of 8 from outside the arc in that first quarter.
You're right.
Johnson looks left side, finds Abrams outside the arc. Johnson left open. Here's a 3 and got it. So there's your first 3 ball for either team. and it's a 12-9 Clemson lead. Clemson against the pressure, and a turnover. Abrams the other way. Stop, had a shot blocked by Robinson. Still stays with it, drives baseline, goes reverse layup and gets it down. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point Clemson lead.
Score 1 field goal in the first quarter and score 2 field goals in the first 45 seconds.
Thornton thought about the three. Going to go in the paint, was looking for Hayes, and that ball off of Alabama, batted away. Go back and look at the Alabama offense. Here's the 3 ball by Johnson. He's able to stroke that home. Clemson will get it in out front to Robinson. Almost a steal. Robinson, though, comes to the foul line, takes the jumper strong. Thornton on the offensive glass, goes to the floor. Held ball situation, and alternate possession should leave it with Clemson. Now, a few words between the two clubs as Thornton, along with Johnson, exchange pleasantries.
This is women's basketball, right?
Yes, it is.
They want to win. They're just as competitive, I can promise you, as the men are. It's going to be interesting to see what they call right now. I didn't see. I know Colby was on the floor. I don't know if the only thing she could have done was kicked.
And the officials talking it over. They can come to the screen. So we'll take a look here. You see Thornton there. Oh, somebody said something. I didn't see a whole lot there.
That was a great job by the freshman.
All right, so we're going to have a double technicals here, we're being told. So we'll see a technical on Johnson and a technical on Thornton. And then they'll review to see what else that they have.
Yeah.
And after we just saw the same replay that they're going to see,
right,
the officiating crew will see here tonight.
Double technical fouls, and I don't think there was anything else in terms of extracurricular activities.
Take a look into the Alabama huddle. That is something that's small in a game, but Coach Davis, you know this as a former head coach. So we take a look at the Clemson huddle. That little something could fire up one team.
It can indeed. It can indeed.
See Thornton hands the ball. I don't see us, somebody like swatting a hand away or anything like that. I think just words exchanged.
I think the official out here, the trail official, blew the whistle, but they didn't stop with the whistle.
Right.
I don't know if we got our headphones on, so
Right.
I don't know if she didn't blow it loud enough for them to hear it or what, but I did hear the whistle coming from here.
Double technical fouls, we're being told, and that's it. All right, so double technical fouls, and we're going to resume play where play was interrupted.
Right. And she did say white ball, did she not?
Yeah. So there was Cierra Cruz coming over here. Denise Brooks. You can see Denise Brooks and Mark Resch that are there at the scorers table. And I'll explain to both coaches. We take a look there at Christy Curry talking it over with Denise Brooks.
I've got a great deal of respect for officials, much more now than
than when you were a coach.
Than when I was sitting on the bench.
Why am I not shocked at that?
They do a good job.
So Robinson will trigger the inbounds pass off the right baseline for Clemson. So out front. Neartons. Over to Robinson looking for Thornton. Thornton going to draw an automatic double team on the baseline and will step on that baseline. Travel with it, actually. Thornton, if she's going to make an offensive move, needs to do it when there's just one, knowing that double team's going to come closing down on her.
Exactly. The double team's coming, but this wing has got to slide down. If they go double, that wing's going to be open down, flatten out on the baseline.
Johnson fouled, and it'll be against Robinson.
Create a passing lane for your teammate.
Robinson's second personal foul. Team's second of the quarter. Lewis out front. Benjamin. Bounce pass to the high post. Lost on the floor. Scramble for it. Hell ball. Alabama will keep possession.
Good active hands there by Clemson. Good active hands. Destiny Thomas. Shania Mertens. And here comes Spray in to give Amari Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson will come out.
Destiny's 6 feet tall. She's kind of a swing player. She can play the guard, go down and play the small forward spot.
Lewis to inbound it. Off the left baseline, goes right corner. Trying to look inside. Trying to get it. Here's Johnson. Back over Abrams, going to drive. Force it up, no. And rebound controlled by Alabama and put up and in by Johnson. And so Alabama
second chance
has their
point.
First lead.
Came off second chance points. Michaela Hayes had her hands on that thing, but she couldn't claim it.
Mertens. Thomas. Spray for three. No, it's long. And rebound here is Lewis with it and wants to push tempo.
3-on-3.
Lewis, nice move right side. Goes off the wing. Three ball, no. Offside rebound. Gibson shot blocked inside by Hayes. And out of bounds, they will say, off of Shelby Gibson.
That's that steel curtain defense we talked about with Michaela Hayes in there. Got the shot block on Shelby.
Gibson signed with Ole Miss coming out of high school. Played her freshman and sophomore years. Had to sit out last year at Alabama. Racing within the forecourt. Here's Thomas. Thomas puts up the floater. No good. And Abrams the rebound. She'll push it the opposite way against Thomas. Benjamin. Lewis the three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Spray able to come away with a rebound. Pushes it off to Mertens. Thornton, left side driving, forces it up and in.
Great job of body control. Shelby Gibson was there with her hands straight up, and she pulled up, stopped on a dime, went straight up, straight down. Good job.
Here's a jumper inside that's put up and good by Benjamin. And so Alabama back up a point at 15-14. Hayes got the inbounds pass from Spray, and then Spray will bring it into the forecourt. Mertens works against Davis. She tries to extend that zone. He's off the baseline left side. No. Thornton to tip back. No. Gets her own rebound and stick back up and in. Well, Kobe Thornton now with 10 off the bench for Clemson, and Clemson back up a point at 16-15.
I've said all along, Kobe just has to be Kobe, and she's doing a good job of that tonight.
The drive, and that's going to be a charge. Good defensive position inside by Hayes to draw the foul. You watch Thornton there, the offensive board, and then the stick back. And you'll see here's the offensive charge taken by Hayes, and yes, she did get over there. That's good defensive position.
It's really difficult for a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" player to take that charge because it's a long way to fall. They've got to, I'm serious, it's got to be a lot of courage.
Spray in the forecourt finds Bennett. Right back in the hands of Spray with 20 on the shot clock. Alabama not afraid to extend that zone pressure out front. Mertens. Cotton, the turnaround jumper hits.
I like the bounce pass by Shania Mertens. Great job passing around the defense with that bounce pass, and a good finish by China Cotton.
Clemson by 3 at 18-15. Davis. Richardson. Right back over to Davis. She'll fire that three ball and hit and tie us at 18.
That was deep, too. That was well outside the three line. That was well outside the men's three line.
Cotton in the forecourt. Gets it to Spray. Double team. Right back over to Cotton. Driving it baseline. Try to feed it in the paint, but loose ball and a hell ball. And alternate possession should leave that with Clemson, and it will.
That's a really good idea by China Cotton. of driving the baseline there, but execution wasn't good.
See the long three-pointer there hit by Brittany Davis. She won a junior college national championship with Gulf Coast State College and was the Panhandle Conference Freshman of the Year. 16 points, 4 rebounds a game.
Coach Rooney Scoble, Gulf Coast Community College, from Greenville, South Carolina originally.
Really?
Yeah, East Side High School.
Which is just right up the road from where we are here in Clemson.
Right.
Spray out front, working the dribble. 2 seconds in the shot clock. She's not going to get a shot off. And this is poor communication, poor awareness there on her part, and that will also lead us to an official timeout. 18-18 game here in this SEC-ACC match. Meerton's checking back out on the floor. Oh, there you go. Head coach Dabo Sweeney, the head football coach here at Clemson.
He's kind of partial to Clemson, Alabama games, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is indeed. Barber off the left wing. As Alabama controls coming out of the timeout in an 18-18 game. See, so far, Alabama was 1 of 17 to start things, but 5 of their last 10. Here's a 3-ball launched off the wing. He can make it 6 of the last 11. That's the third 3 in this game for Alabama, and they're up 3, 21-18.
And 2 of those 3s have been wide open, uncontested. So, got to do a better job with that zone.
McNeil in the forecourt. Leaves it to Spray. Meertons.
Clemson's guards need to extend a little bit to create a passing lane for quick ball reversal.
McNeil drives, reverse layup good.
That girl's an athlete right there now. Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of South Carolina.
Alabama by a point at 21-20. Here's Barber. Again looking at that zone pressure. We're going to get a foul off the ball as Copeland was trying to go through the lane and just pushed off. And watch this. A nice reverse layup. Good hand control, good body control.
Swansea High School.
Hank checks out as Thornton comes back in for Clemson.
Alabama's press, not necessarily stealing, but they are doing a great job of running time off the clock.
McNeil drives and takes it right at Copeland, but Copeland able to block it out of bounds.
Running time off the clock has caused at least 2 30-second shot clock violations.
Meertons will trigger the inbounds pass, and we'll get a foul on Alabama.
She was holding all the way around.
Walker, the guilty party, number 40. Walker, that's her first, and the team's 4th. And the official comes over to the scorer's table. I'm not sure exactly
I'm not either
what she's checking on. I think it's time. You can put a second back to the clock is what they've done. They've added, went from 350 to 351. Looking to inbound it, still looking, and out front it comes. McNeil trying to bounce pass it inside. That ball last touch by Alabama was going out of bounds. So still 20 on the shot clock for Clemson, 3:47 game clock.
I like McNeil. She's able to put the ball on the floor and get inside their zone.
Oh, here's Spray wide open and able to lay it up and in. And that ball initially blocked by Johnson, but able to gather it back and put it back up and in. And Clemson up a point, 22-21.
Stayed with it.
Lewis, who has been quiet tonight, tries to feed it inside and knocked away. And then knocked away by Alabama, and out of bounds it goes. Meerton's trying to get her mitts on it, but couldn't quite come up with it.
She actually had it, and then she was double teamed. You got to pivot and protect and not panic when you get trapped like that.
Comes that zone pressure full court again by Alabama. We'll get it in bounds, and here comes Meertons with it into the forecourt. Gives it to Bennett, left side, laying it up and in.
That's fast break basketball right there.
Clemson by 3 at 24-21.
Good play by Meertons.
They've run off 6 straight points. Coming on the left baseline. Here's Johnson with it. Johnson pressured by Meertens. Looks left side. 3 ball on the way. No good. And Spray the rebound. So Richardson couldn't hit the 3. And Meertens once again in the forecourt will slow it down. Give it to Spray.
Smallest girl on the floor gets the rebound, Don.
Yep. Spray. Meertens out front. McNeil drives, trying to put up, partially blocked. Lewis away with it. Lewis in the forecourt, dumps it off. 3 on the way, and good by Johnson. Her second 3, and we're knotted up at 24. Meertens will bring it into the forecourt against that zone pressure. Drawing a double team, finds Spray. Spray penetrates, back out front Meertens. McNeil looking inside for Bennett. Bennett couldn't control the entry pass, and here's Johnson the other way pushing it. Down the lane she goes, forces it up and draws a foul. That's good basketball right there. Knowing that got defenders backpedaling, take it right to them.
Aggressive.
Here's Lewis driving it, drawing some defense, and just finding the open shooter. And Johnson knocks it down. And Johnson coming the other way. And just, that's a good play. Just drive it right into the chest of Meertens and pick up the foul.
On that 3-pointer, defensive transition was not real good by the freshman McNeil. She's got to sprint the floor a little harder and know who's out there in her area.
Johnson's free throw is good.
Johnson's giving them a spark coming off the bench here.
9 points now for Johnson. And 3 of 4 shooting, 2 of 3 outside the arc. Second free throw is good. She's got 10, and Alabama's got a 2-point lead at 26-24. Under 2 to go. Here's second quarter. Again, that 2-2-1 zone pressure. Clemson beats it, getting it to Bennett. Spray. McNeil. Bennett gives to McNeil, going to drive that right baseline shot, blocked, but then out of bounds. And that was a good block by Ashley Knight, the big freshman from Austin, Texas. All 6'5" of her inside.
Can't teach big, Don.
No, you can't. Amen to that.
That's a good job. I like the aggressiveness of McNeil, though.
Hayes comes back into the Clemson lineup as Bennett will go out. They try to inbound it to Thornton, ball knocked away. And here comes Davis with it. Driving it left side. Missed the layup. Thornton intimidator. Rebound. Stick back no. Another stick back no by Walker. But she'll go to the line to shoot 2. As she draws the foul inside.
Good second and third effort there by Walker.
And you see the intimidation there by Thornton. Doing a good job of just kind of staying with it.
You remember the play 4 or 5 minutes ago when Meertens made the bounce pass to China Cotton? That should have been a bounce pass right there. I always like for my guards to feed the post with a bounce pass. That's the only time we're going to use the bounce pass. But I love to feed the post with a bounce pass.
First free throw by Walker is good. Alabama by 3 at 27-24, which matches their biggest lead so far this game. Looking to make it 4 and doing it. So 28-24 with 90 seconds left here first half. Still that 2-2-1 zone pressure and causing problems. Get it inbounds, and Thomas will give it right back over to Robinson. Here's Thomas in the forecourt to Thornton. She'll look to attack, take the jumper, and it falls off no good. Rebound Johnson.
Clemson's gone cold now, Don.
Driving off the right wing and forcing it up. No good there is Walker. And here comes Clemson in transition. Shut that down. Robinson dribbled it off her foot. Ball loose on the floor. Dive for it. Hell ball situation. And alternate possession will leave it with Alabama.
That was really good defense by Michaela Hayes down on this end. Didn't leave her feet, most importantly, and altered the shot.
And We had the shot clock was wrong, apparently.
Now both the clock and the game clock and the shot clock were running.
Yes, the game clock reset to 58. Nobody had touched the ball. They just rolled the ball. So
and the clock was running, and it should not have been.
Exactly. Inbounded to Lewis. Thornton pressured her a little bit, but Lewis into the forecourt. Looks on that low right block. Able to find Knight inside and draw the foul. And that foul will go against Spray. Her first. Team's fifth of the quarter, so Knight going to shoot a pair. See Knight there inside, able to power it up.
How's this for a stat? This will be Alabama's 12th free throw. Clemson hasn't been to the free throw line yet. But I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's just
right.
Alabama's gotten it inside.
Knight 1 of 2 to push the Alabama lead to 5 at 29-24. Meertens will come back in. Alabama with 23 points so far here in the quarter, and they're going to throw it away. And it goes off of the hands of Hayes. So with 49.9 left here in the half, and Alabama up 5, and with the basketball, Gibson will come back in the lineup as Ashley Knight heads the bench, and productive minutes there for Knight.
China Cotton in for the Lady Tigers.
And there you see Spray checking out of the Clemson lineup.
Looks like a little 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1 press.
Lewis able to beat it. Looking for Johnson out front, finds her. Back over to Lewis. Lewis penetrates, lost the handle, now scoops it up. No. Gibson the offside rebound. Johnson's outside three is pure. Her third three. And Alabama all of a sudden has opened up an 8-point lead at 32-24. Thornton the other way. Spins, fires, no. The ball along the baseline goes out of bounds and belongs back to Alabama. So watch the Johnson outside three as she fires it and knows it that it was pure.
Coming off an offensive rebound by Shelby Gibson, and you know, it seems like anytime you get an inside-outside pass for the three, it's just easier.
Alabama can play for the final shot here, the half. Gibson gets it inside. Walker, left side, missed the bunny inside. Offensive board with 2 seconds left. Lewis will fire, and it'll bound around and fall off the rim. No good. But a strong second quarter there by Alabama, as they will hold an 8-point lead here at halftime on the road against Clemson. We'll come back.
Neighbor. I got some stories on that, too. You need them.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. My good friend Rick Moody. Now, did you ever go see Rick Moody?
All the time. I saw Rick Moody all the time. He was a good buddy of mine, and you know, one of the great men in this that was in this business for a long time. Right. Did a super job, just like yourself here.
Yeah. He was a hoopster now.
I know.
Coach used to come and watch me play noon ball. He would come eat his lunch. He'd sit over there at Little John and eat his lunch at the annex. And
NBA.
And he'd watch some big time basketball at lunch.
Are you still noon balling it?
When I can, I still play. I love to play. I tell you what, this Alabama team has knocked some threes down.
They have.
They have shot the ball well.
And that was the difference in the second quarter, no doubt. So Alabama up by 8 points here at 32-24. Lewis going to dump it inside. Copeland had it knocked away and taken away. Good defense inside by Destiny Thomas. And here comes Clemson down 8 here early on in this third quarter. And they've done a good job on Spray of keeping her in check.
Important possession right here. We need to get things going. Great job flashing high post. Had a wide open shot. Got to knock that one down.
Yeah, good shot,
Tyler.
Lewis feed it off on the wing into the paint. Good interior feed and an easy two inside for Copeland.
Not supposed to be that easy, Coach.
No.
It's hard to shoot those layups laying flat on your back.
Meertens almost loses the handle of it. Keeps it. Works against that zone. Spray. And move it to Meertens. 12 on the shot clock. Thomas left open for three. Will take it. Leave it short. Battle inside rebound. That will be off of Alabama. So let's go back and let's take a look at the interior pass inside to Copeland.
Oh, man. Just overplayed it.
Too easy, yep. I'd like to see her go around over the top side instead of going baseline side there. She would have made a play if she'd gone over the top.
Nice back feed to Bennett. Back outside. Spray launching the three. Can't hit. And the rebound will come long and outside. Richardson will have it. Give it to Lewis. Again, they look inside, wanting Copeland. Not there. Abrams against Spray. Lewis back to Abrams, spotting up for three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Destiny Thomas of Clemson. Thomas into the forecourt, going to go all the way, coast to coast, throw it off the glass. No, Bennett keeps it alive. Robinson, little ball fake, drives it left side, gets a foul, and will go to the line and shoot a pair here with 7:47 to go in the quarter. These will be the first free throws of the night for Clemson.
I tell you what, I don't know a lot of these. We got a lot of new players.
We do. Eight new players on this Clemson team.
I tell you what, we're a good-looking team.
Right.
I mean, we look. You can tell that we haven't, been together a long time. Just watching them play. I know there's a lot of freshmen, and I think maybe a transfer or two, but we looked the part.
Amari Robinson's dad played for Digger Phelps at Notre Dame. Tim Beret knows him. And
nice.
But she can play the small forward.
Versatile, dynamic.
She can play the power forward. She is indeed. The ball skills are very good.
I love Kobe. And then I think her number's 22. I saw her earlier. I think she's a freshman.
Yeah, McNeil.
She's fast. She's going to be a good player. She's got a lot of confidence.
Her uncle played football at Clemson, Bryant McNeil.
Oh, that's her uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was here. When I first came to Clemson.
Yeah.
He was a defensive lineman for us.
Right.
Turnover that will go into the backcourt. That's an over and back. So Alabama go back and we'll take a look at the basket inside here by Walker. Just a little pull-up J in the paint. All right, you want to stay with us, or you want to hang with us for a bit, or you need to go back to your seat?
I'm about to cut out,
right,
and I'm going to go enjoy my Diet Coke over there, and I'm going to watch you guys sweat it out.
I hear you.
And see if we can get the mojo going.
We appreciate you joining us.
Sweeney,
all the best.
Appreciate y'all very much. There we go. Mojo, here it comes.
Yep.
Spray going to push it into the forecourt off the steal. Clemson down 11 here, 35-20. 36-25. Jumper outside, no good. Rebound inside. Stick back up and
stay with it.
Basket there by Hayes. And it's a 9-point Alabama lead at 36-27. Thank you again, Coach. Appreciate it. Good man there, Dabo Sweeney. Davis feeds it to Johnson. Lewis three. Long, no good. And that will go knocked around. Alabama comes up with it. Stick back by Johnson. No, but she'll earn herself a couple of free throws. Let's go back and look at the last Clemson bucket here. Coach goes inside, and that's just a nice job of scrapping by Hayes inside. Gets position and knocks it down.
Hanging in there.
So here's the play that just happened. An opportunity. Nice save back in bounds by Davis. And then Johnson able to draw the foul, and 2 free throws coming. She strokes home the first. 14 points now for Cierra Johnson. 4 of 5 shooting, 3 of 4 outside the arc, and a 3 of 3 right now at the line. So she's having herself a night. Strokes home another one, and the Alabama lead grows back to 11, matching their biggest lead at 38-27.
I believe that's the 14th second chance point for Alabama.
Meertens into the forecourt work against Lewis. She'll drop back, and Alabama will stay in that zone. Spray works against Johnson. Skip pass. 3-ball launched. Long, no good over everything. Johnson has it and pushing it. Johnson into the paint. Nice feed. Walker layup good. And that will force a timeout to be called Hear from Amanda Butler on that Clemson bench. She looks up and sees Alabama has built a 13-point lead at 40-27 with 6.
She has had a very efficient basketball game. 15 points in 14 minutes and 48 seconds. That's very effective.
Ain't bad. Meertens gets the inbounds pass from Spray, and we'll give it right back to Spray as Alabama still going with that 2-2-1 zone pressure. Meertens in the forecourt, but with 20 on the shot clock. McNeil. Spray. Back inside. Skip pass. Meertens. Here's Thornton. Off the baseline from 12. Yes. The first points for Thornton since the first quarter. She had 10 in that first quarter. Now with a dozen in the game.
Well, that's the first time she hadn't been doubled in since the first quarter.
Lewis works at baseline. Jumper off the baseline left short there by Walker. Rebound, no. Another rebound inside. Coppola had it blocked. Saved by Lewis right back inside, and she just powers it up and in.
Another second chance points. Matter of fact, that was about the 4th rebound, I think. 3 or 4 rebounds, offensive rebounds on that possession.
Thornton gets the lead pass. Look out front, finds Spray. Trying to feed it inside. Hayes lost it. Now trying to pick it up. And a timeout was called by Amanda Butler. Saw that she had her player in trouble. Hayes was in trouble and able to call a timeout and get it with 5:05 left here in the third. Alabama leading at 42-29.
5 rebounds, 3 of which are offensive. She's not done much wrong in this game.
Yeah, leading scorer last year for Alabama, averaging 14.7. And showing why here tonight. And here's a steal out front. Away with it comes Benjamin. Benjamin will stop and pop from 14 and hit. And the Alabama lead grows to 15, their biggest lead of the night at 44-29.
They are 5 for 10 from the field in the third quarter. Clemson is 2 for 9.
Thomas splits the defense, gives it to Thornton. Thornton, the fadeaway jumper is good.
And Cierra Johnson was in her face. That is a big-time shot by Kobe.
Need some stops, though. Clemson down 13 if they're going to crawl back into this thing here at home. And there's a foul out front on Lewis. And that'll go against Destiny Thomas. Back and here's the stop and pop jumper there that was good by Benjamin.
Clemson needs to change the tempo somehow with their defense or.
Yeah, difficult to dictate tempo out of a zone pressure, though.
Right. Unless you trap out of it. Yeah. Unless you trap.
Dump it low. Gibson trying to power it up left side. Can't get it down, but will draw the foul inside. That'll go against Robinson. Here's the Kobe Thornton bucket. Good defense, just better offense.
You cannot pressure the shooter any better than that without fouling him, and that was a great job of Kobe of protecting the ball on the way up, most importantly, and then straight into the jump shot. Really good.
First free throw by Shelby Gibson is good. Gibson coming off the opener, just a couple of points, a rebound, and a block. Her second free throw is no good. And rebounded by Clemson's Hayes. Meertens to Thomas. Alabama going to pack back that zone.
Alabama does a good job of putting pressure at the point of the ball, and not only does it make it difficult to shoot, but it makes it very difficult to pass as well.
Thornton knocks down the three, so the big steps out outside the arc and knocks it down. 17 now on the night for Kobe Thornton.
I know in preseason Coach Butler talked about how she had extended her shot out beyond the three, and she proved it right there. Very good job.
It was her first career made three right there for Thornton. Robinson the rebound, looks up floor. Thomas running the floor against Lewis. Thomas lays it up and in, and the lead has been cut to 9 at 45-36. And still a long way to go here in Little John.
We talked about changing tempo. That's exactly what Clemson did right there. Looking to run.
Outside three, Lewis can't knock it down. Robinson the rebound. Robinson. Give it to Meertens, and Meertens will bring it into the forecourt. Alabama going to stay zone. Here's Thornton. Thornton looking to hand it off. Finds Robinson with 15 on the shot clock. And a ill-advised pass. And here's Johnson stealing and laying it up.
Any pass parallel to that half line is a poor passing angle.
Thornton in the forecourt. Going to take it left side. Stop, but feeds Robinson coming down the lane. Shot no good. Robinson her own rebound and is fouled going up. She'll shoot two with 2:22 left here in the third. The foul on Benjamin inside. So here is the steal out front. That was just read well by Cierra Johnson. And the easy snowbird layup.
That's why.
And here's Thornton, the first career three for her in the Clemson uniform.
That's why a pass parallel to the half line is such a poor passing angle, because it results generally, almost always, in a layup on the other end, just as Johnson proved right there. Now, these free throws are very important. We need to, when Clemson gets to that free throw line, they have to convert.
And can't there. Robinson misses.
Just as I jinxed her.
The old broadcaster's jinx there, Coach. Robinson a second opportunity in trying to make it a 10-point game. Can't do it. Rebounded though inside, and they get it right back over to Robinson, and she'll lay it up and in. Misses two, hits the two-pointer. 47-38. Alabama by 9 with 2:10 left here in the third.
Hannah Hanks comes in, gets a big rebound and assist.
Barber directing the attack. Looks inside that Clemson zone. Gives it to Johnson, back over to Barber. Bounce pass to the right, high post, ball knocked loose, scramble for it loose on the ground. Thomas comes up with it and able to get it in the hands of Hank. Hank comes across the midcourt stripe, gives it to Meertens. Left side, she drives it to the wing, picked up there. Out front finds Thomas. Thomas will take it right wing. Bennett. Outside Robinson. Bounce pass inside Hank. The nice left-handed shot was good. And a timeout called by Christy Curry as Clemson has crept back to within 7 with 1:25 to go here in the third. And the Clemson bench. So Clemson has climbed back to within 7. Hank, the basket there that got him to within 7. Her first basket of the night.
Hannah Hank has given Clemson a spark here.
Here's Johnson. Let's see what Coach Curry comes up with here out of the timeout. She's seen what was a 15-point lead cut to 7. Johnson, bounce pass off to Walker. To Johnson, they swing it to Lewis. 8 on the shot clock. Lewis goes baseline. Jumper is good. Good tough shot there by Copeland, but a better look by Lewis. Here's a full court pressure. Bennett gets the inbounds pass. I'll give it to Robinson. Robinson will cross midcourt and slow it down. Alabama extends that pressure though. Meertens with 40 seconds. And Clemson down 9. Robinson out front, lobbing it, looking for Bennett. Ball knocked away from behind and picked away by Walker. Walker will bring it into the forecourt with 25 seconds left. They can play for the final shot. And Lewis will just hold on to it out front. Clemson going to lay back in that zone pressure. They're now going to pressure here Alabama. Now as I say that, here comes Meertens creeping out. Looks like Clemson's going to go man-to-man. Lewis dumps it off on the wing. The 3 ball is no good. Battle for the rebound controlled by Copeland, and there will be no shot before the end of the quarter. So Alabama going to lead it by 9, 49-40, as we're going to head off to the fourth quarter. Lewis, a little tightrope along the baseline.
Pass from freshman Amari Robinson to Hannah Hank, and Hannah did a great job. That was a great job on both ends. Hannah did a great job sealing and protecting the passing lane. and obviously the finish.
Lewis into the forecourt. Feed it off on the wing. Get it to Johnson. Skip pass. Davis's three is no good. Long rebound, though. Will come right back to Alabama. As Johnson had it. Here's Lewis with it.
Clemson guards have to rebound.
Three-pointer on the way. A little strong, no good. And there's a guard rebounding, and it's Destiny Thomas. Thomas works into the forecourt against Lewis. And there's a turnover. Long lead pass. Davis with it. Left side layup good. He's able to beat Meertens down floor. So Alabama with the first basket here in this fourth quarter. And now leading it by 11. And they knock the ball out of bounds as Lewis being a pest.
Can't beat yourself. Cannot beat yourself.
And we were joined by Dabo Sweeney at halftime. That's the mantra of Coach Sweeney. Don't let Clemson beat Clemson. Meertens drives. Drew contact. No foul. And the ball will belong, though, still with Clemson.
It looked like there was contact there.
Yep. Come back and take a look at it. Copeland.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. She had that left hand in there, but no call.
The official on the baseline, the lead official, might have been blocked out by the body of the...
Kobe Thornton will check back in the Clemson lineup. Thornton with 17 and 7 so far through the first three quarters. All of that off the bench. Meertens looks for Thomas, and here's another steal as Johnson comes away with it and will lay it up and in. Johnson, that's the second time she's done that tonight, and 19 points for Cierra Johnson. Her all-time high is 27. She's done that twice. And Alabama, the first two baskets of this fourth quarter, has pushed that lead back to 13. In the paint. Driving strong, a nice block, but here's Thornton with a follow. Can't knock it down, but will draw the foul. Boy, inside, Hayes looked like she was just had an easy layup, but good defense. And the foul inside was against Copeland. Here's the steal out front by Cierra Johnson, and just the easy basket.
She explodes like a shot out of a cannon. Tremendous athlete.
So Thornton step up there and hit the first free throw. 18 points now for Kobe Thornton. Second free throw on the way. No good. In and out, no good. Copeland the rebound. Give it to Lewis. And Lewis going to take it all the way to the baseline. Look out front. Johnson going to drive. Dump it to Davis. Nice ball fake. Ball knocked away from her. Loose inside. Held ball situation. Possession will stay with Alabama. 15 on the shot clock. No, excuse me. Possession will go Clemson. Excuse me.
Shania Meertens got on the floor after that loose ball. I like it.
Thomas to inbound it. Here comes Hayes to get the pass, and we'll give it right back to Thomas. And the hands of Spray. Meertens. Alabama's been in the zone just about the entire evening. Thornton. Long three from Spray. That's short no. Rebounded inside in a held ball situation. Hayes went up, grabbed it. But a held ball.
Now Copeland tied her up in there. I think she turned into the defense instead of turning away.
So Walker will inbound it. Does so to Johnson. Back to Walker and Johnson. In the forecourt, there's a ball batted away by Clemson. Meertens comes up with it. Gives it a Spray. Finding Thornton. Three ball. In and out, no good. Hayes trying to keep it alive. Can't. And here comes Alabama in the forecourt as Lewis, the veteran, will slow it down. It's 7:25 and up a dozen. Outside three is good. Jasmine Walker knocking it down. And the lead goes back to 15 at 56-41.
They're playing Clemson's playing a really big lineup right now.
Here's another steal. Walker comes away with that. Going to go the distance and lay it up and in. And that will force Clemson to call a timeout as Amanda Butler all of a sudden looks up at the scoreboard and sees her club down 58-41. Defensive pressure by Alabama, giving them easy baskets.
Points off turnovers have been Clemson's downfall.
Yeah, the 25 turnovers have led to 36 Crimson Tide points. Meerton's into the forecourt against that zone pressure. Going to try to trap out of it. Thornton going to get it and drive, and will pick up the foul. And that'll be against Copeland. I believe that's her fourth.
It'll be her fourth,
yep,
yes.
It is. So here comes Gibson checking back into the ball game.
Kobe's got the edge quickness-wise there. And she gets her shoulders by her. And when you get your shoulders by them, there's nothing they can do but foul you.
Here's a nice set play, and Robinson the easy two.
Coach Butler and her staff worked really hard on, we call them blobs, baseline out-of-bounds plays. Blobs and slobs. They try to score on both of those.
Blobs and slobs. Carry that from this broadcast.
Yep.
Here's Lewis. Learn something new every day. Outside three ball. Launched no good there by Walker. But the offside rebound keeps possession for Alabama. Driving along the baseline, Abrams finds the wide open Davis three, no good. Meerton's the rebound, and she'll look to push. Got it. Thornton open, throws it to her, and Thornton will lay it up and in. 58-43.
I like it when Clemson runs. I think sometimes you think just because you might be a little deficient at the point guard spot that you can't run, but fast break basketball, when you're lacking in a lot of areas, fast break basketball oftentimes leads to layups. So emphasize that.
Bennett ties up Abrams inside to get the jump ball and the possession back as Thornton. That's her 19th and 20th point of the night right there on that layup to go along with 8 rebounds.
That was a really good lead pass by Meerton as well.
58-45 game with 5:40 to go. Bennett running off the Meertons. Clemson not a three-point shooting team, so if they're going to climb back in this, they're going to have to do it in the paint and also do it defensively. Robinson picks up the dribble, gives it to Thornton. The right high post jumper is good. 22 for Kobe Thornton.
That's the one that'll get you back in it right there. We used to say, be quick but don't hurry. Be quick but don't hurry. That's what Clemson has to do right now.
Christy Curry. You see her there in the bottom left-hand portion of your screen, kind of quiet right in front of the bench. Watching this possession, Walker, nice bounce pass inside to Gibson, and Gibson travel with it. The pressure from Thornton caused her to travel with it, and the turnover will give the ball back to Clemson. Here's the basket by Thornton. We saw her hit one from the left high post in the first half. Here she's doing it from 15 off the right side.
Straight up, straight down once again. Great shooting form.
Robinson left alone. Her jumper from the left high post is a little strong, no good. Tipped around, and we're going to get a foul called against Alabama inside. Now they'll go against Jordan Lewis. And so there was Destiny Thomas battling for the rebound.
Destiny's got about 3 or 4 inches on her and went up after the ball, and Lewis kind of bumped her with her body from down low.
13 foul against Alabama here in the quarter.
All right, let's get that good blob here.
Thomas going to drive, split the double team, and pick up the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Let's see who the foul is on inside. That will be against Richardson, Amber Richardson.
That's the 4th team foul on Alabama in this quarter.
And the first against Richardson, and here is Thomas at the line to shoot 2. And you talked earlier about how free throws are big when you're trying to come from behind. Clemson just 2 of 6 from the stripe tonight. Thomas's first free throw is no good. Ooh. Yeah, it was not good form there. That was more of a chuck than it was a shot. Take a look there at
short arm that
Butler.
one looks like. I'll tell you, Coach Butler's got this bunch fired up. When they came out of that timeout, they came out with a little fire in their eye and have cut the lead from 17 down to 11 and could very well be 10 right here.
Thomas free throw, short, no good. But Spray trying to come up with a rebound, can't. It's loose. Jump ball situation. Possession to Alabama. That's you got to come up with that rebound.
Another lesson right there for Kendall Spray. Don't dribble out of trouble. Pick it up. Pick it up and pivot. Don't dribble out of trouble.
Knight going to come back into the ball game as Gibson will go out. So there you take a look at Ashley Knight, senior from Austin, Texas. And here in the backcourt, Spray causing problems. The ball is loose, and that'll be a 10-second call. Christy Curry says she was trying to call timeout. You can see in the bottom right portion of your screen, but not awarded, so that'll be a 10-second call. Let's take a look at this. You see Spray going to cause some problems right there, knock the ball loose. And he scrambled for it. And the 10-second call. You heard the whistle there.
Yeah.
Into that replay.
That's the aggressiveness. They've come out with a little fire in their eye here after Coach Butler called that timeout.
Thornton looks to hand it off and does so to Robinson. She's double teamed, but bounce passes it out front to Thomas. 12 in the shot clock.
Got to attack.
Yep. Here's the three ball from Robinson. No good. And a nice rebound inside by Knight. Lewis going to drive it right side. Put it off the glass. No. Rebound, stick back, and won by Walker. Bennett, the guilty party on the foul for Clemson. And with 3:57 to go, that puts Alabama up 13. That is a huge bucket.
Position's the name of the game. I don't care if you're playing basketball or table tennis or tiddlywinks or what. Position's the name of the game. And Tyler Bennett has got to fight for position.
Walker with 11 points on the night, misses a free throw, and Thornton can't control the rebound. Is it Lewis was there to be a little bit of a pest and loses it out of bounds.
Lewis got away with a reach-in foul right there. When you get that rebound, though, you got to snatch it to chin it position, protect the ball.
Inbound, and Knight blocked by Thornton, brought down by Meertens, and a foul call.
I believe that's 5 on Knight. No, it's Walker. Who had the
Knight had the foul. I believe that's just her first, coach.
Her first.
Yep.
Who had the 4 fouls?
The Copeland has 4.
Copeland has 4. Okay.
So look at the replay there. So big free throws here for Clemson, and they can't hit.
Oh my goodness.
Clemson now 2 of 9 from the stripe as a team. And still down 13 with 3:53 to go. Second free throw, no good. Missed a pair.
Basketball games are won and lost on the block and on the free throw line.
Lewis the rebound, brings it in the forecourt, and we're getting a foul call on Spray on the reach in. Just as Lewis was crossing midcourt. Second team foul against Clemson. And it'll be the 4th against Spray. As you look in, you can see the reach.
Both coaches working the officials pretty good.
Bounce pass offside and a layup by Cierra Johnson. She just continues to add to her point total here tonight. Now with 21.
Attack, attack, attack.
62-47 with 3:20 left. Get that ball inside, and they do. Bennett back outside. Thomas. Thornton. Spin dribble to the paint against a triple team. Puts it up, no, but draws a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. West Alabama bucket. You see the double team out front. Good look across the court, and the easy 2 here by Johnson. And then here's Thornton. Triple team, doesn't matter. Knight the reach-in foul. So Clemson, who is just 2 of 10 as a team tonight from the charity stripe. Thornton to shoot a pair and can't make. sometimes it just gets contagious.
It does.
Like a bad virus.
Sometimes it gets between your ears. And I think that might be the case here tonight. But I can promise you Coach Butler will have him on that free throw line. But
second free throw is good.
So much about this game of basketball is mental. So much.
23 for Thornton. And here is Davis attacking and drawing the foul. And the reach-in foul you're going to see here. Good split of the double team, and Thomas the reach-in foul.
Yeah, either Bennett or Thomas one should have stepped in there and get a charge. That's the biggest play you can make for your basketball team.
Davis hits the first free throw, push the lead back to 15, 63-48. Second free throw is good. With 3:04 left, Thomas looking to inbound it and finally does so to Thornton. Thomas will feed it to Thornton. Thornton will hand it off in the hands of Meertens. To Thomas looking inside. Nope, she'll take the outside three. Can't hit. And a long rebound off to Walker. Davis in the forecourt falls, and a timeout is called by Christy Curry. There's Amanda Butler arguing that she didn't have possession of the basketball.
And she didn't.
But a 30-second timeout was called. Let's watch. Yeah, one of the two wins that Clemson had against Alabama was coached by the man to my right, Jim Davis.
We were invited down.
Oh, there's an off-ball foul. That's called.
We were invited down to play in Alabama's tournament.
Were you?
And Coach Woody McCorbury and Coach Danny Pearman were on the football staff with Coach Gene Stallings. And they invited us over to, they were getting ready to play in the SEC championship game. And they invited us over to watch practice. And Coach Gene Stallings came up and talked to us like he'd known us all our lives. Here he is, ready to play in a big, big football game. And but we did win the tournament, so.
That would have been when Dabo Sweeney was a player then.
Probably so.
Yeah. That was Dabo Sweeney when he was a player. Yeah.
I didn't know Dabo back then, but.
Meertens inside trying to drive the ball, knocked out of bounds. So she'll trigger the inbounds with 14 on the shot clock, left baseline. Does so to Robinson.
Move.
Nice little move. Goes right side and lays it up and in. But a 14-point lead for Alabama and clock ticking at 2:10.
That young lady's going to have a bright future. Already a very good player.
Lewis out front. Give it to Walker. Walker right back in the hands of Lewis. Lewis splits the double team with a dribble. Down the lane she goes. Flips it up. No. And rebound Robinson. Clemson needs to push it. 3-on-1. They find Thomas. She cuts the paint. Floater is up and good. And it's a 12-point game with 1:40 left.
See what I mean about the fast break? Sometimes when the shots aren't falling, you try to get easier shots. Fast break basketball.
And we get a foul called out front. And they go against Spray. Here's a little nice move inside.
She's got that little ball shot fake. Just a 6-inch violent shot fake. Gets them in the air. She's been well schooled.
Davis looks to inbound it. Finally gives it to Lewis.
Ooh, we had her in a trap right there and let her off.
Got out of it. Yep. Davis, top of the arc, three, no good. Thomas the rebound with 1:18 left. Looks up floor. Here's Thornton. Going to drive it left side, put it up and in. And a timeout called by Clemson. So Thornton now at 25. That's 2 off of her career high of 27. Scored 27. Excuse me, that You see the night that Kobe Thornton has had. Matches her career high with 25 points and 11 of 16 shooting. And, oh, by the way, 8 rebounds. Clemson full court pressure with 1:09 left and down 10. Alabama breaks it. And now 60 seconds to go. Clemson just going to try to D him up. Meertens knocks it away from Lewis.
I guess they're not going to foul.
No. Well, 10 on the shot clock.
Yeah.
Walker, left side, drives it, and a charging call. Thornton able to draw that charge.
Biggest play you can make for your basketball team. Take a charge.
Comes over. Oh, yeah, she's got her stance there just waiting on Walker. And that's outside the arc.
You just created a turnover. You just got a foul on your opponent.
Thornton looking at floor and throws it off the back of Meertens. Yeah, Thornton just needs to take that ball and take off with it on the dribble. Meertens just was not looking for that pass, hit her right in the back, and that's an unforced turnover. And for Clemson, that's now 26 turnovers on the night. Alabama's had 19. Inbounds pass. Benjamin going to drive it and draw the foul as Thornton stopped her on the layup. Her second foul against Thornton. So right in your living room.
Good job of Benjamin. Take the thing to the basket. It's nothing but a one-on-one situation. We're going to take layups.
Here's Benjamin to shoot a pair with 38.1 left and misses.
From Augusta, Georgia, Lucy Laney High School.
Second free throw is good. An 11-point advantage for Alabama, 65-54. Alabama stay with that pressure. Thornton, Thomas into the forecourt. Bounce past to Thornton, almost lost it. Gives it to Meertens. She'll race the baseline. Split the double team, ball knocked away, loose on the floor, and Johnson comes up with it and calls timeout. That's a heady play right there by Cierra Johnson, the senior from Mobile, Alabama.
Another steal by Johnson.
And Johnson's had a line now tonight. 21 points on 7.
He told Christie, he said, I think I'm going to hire Kelly as an assistant coach. I don't know how many years ago that been, but she says we didn't know what to do at that time, but it's a blessing as it turned out.
Benjamin hands it off to Lewis. 18 seconds. Lewis can just dribble it out front. Thomas on her defensively, but Lewis doing a good job of handling the rock. Now picks up the dribble. Gives it to Walker. Will dump it to Copeland. Copeland mismatch inside against Cotton. Puts up the shot. No. Copeland the rebound. Stick back good. And with 0.6 seconds left, that's going to close it out. 67-54 will be our final here tonight in Little John Coliseum. As you see Amanda Butler, head coach for Clemson, already over in front of that Alabama